Heidi-ho. I wanted to apologize for how long it's taken to get me a video out. This one's not going to be a great one. I'm working on two other ones, one involving the car speakers. I've got the rear speakers installed, but we're dealing with, more stuff, and I still got to edit that. And I'm working on another video after this that I'm going to call Weirdness, Wish Lists, and What the Fucks, which is going to discuss basically that kind of stuff about the Insight. This video originally was going to be for someone who asked for a video discussing the droning. Not really discussing, but giving an example. And I wasn't able to get a really good example. There is one towards the end of the video that'll give an idea what the droning might sound like on a car. But basically, this turns out to be a drive where I basically discuss droning. I also discuss some of the other things that are going on with the car, including better gas mileage and how that's going, and so forth. So consider this like a filler video while I work on the other ones. I'm still trying to get over this cold. I'm still sick, but I am getting better. Thank you for all those that were very, very kind, offering ideas to get me better. I don't think I'm destined to be better. I think I'm destined to be ill all the time. But I still have voice troubles and a lot of sleeping trouble. I mean, it's my one day off. I mean, I've been working nonstop for a while now, so it's been a little rough for me. But I want to let you know that I'm working on some more interesting videos for future thing. And for the big thing on the stereo, I have got the rear speakers and the rear sub installed. But there are issues and things that need to be discussed about that. And I will get that video up too. That takes a little longer because I got a lot of clips to edit and fill in, and sure, my editing sucks, but at least it's something. So I hope you'll forgive this video. It does have some info in it. There's a little bit of discussion, hopefully a little bit of my horrid humor, and of course it's long as usual because I have diarrhea of the mouth. We all know that. So I hope you guys can enjoy the video, and if you have any questions or any concerns, my apologies again to the person who asked for the droning video. I couldn't get much droning on the. I don't have any mountains to climb, dude. It did a little droning, but not enough. Okay, so here goes the video. Take care, guys, and I will see you on the flip side with more stuff. Well, I don't have big mountains to climb, but I'm going to try to give you an idea of some of the droning noises that the car can do. It's not really much of a deal for me because basically I listen to my radio at full blast 90% of the time. So I don't generally hear it much, but it can get pretty loud. If you've owned a Prius, you'll know what it sounds like. It's very similar. Basically, the engine just sits there and drones at a single tone as it sits there and tries to dump as much power into the battery as possible to keep your battery up. Also, sometimes driving the wheels. This is basically for a user request, just to get an idea what it sounds like. I'll probably have to run a very large amount of video here to get it. Unfortunately, I don't have any mountains in my area. I do have little hills that'll give you a short burst of what it sounds like. Many people in the forum recommend that you run your car in sport mode when dealing in very high hilly areas, especially ahead of time to boost your battery up, because sport mode is constantly sending power into the battery, trying to keep the battery very high up. Interestingly enough, I'm running a very high battery right now, so I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I may not even get it droning at all. You tend to anyway. Wow, why is it running just a high battery? Maybe because my AC's on. I don't know why. Sometimes it's impossible to know what the hell Ruby wants to do from one moment to the next. So this video is kind of like a weird one. It wasn't something I was planning on doing. And we're a little early, so I'm probably going to end up editing it. But knowing me, I'll tend to just sit here and blab like an idiot the whole time. Still got the cough, but it's calming down a little. Whatever, but what are you going to do? Gas mileage, of course, has improved dramatically. Running when you're in the 60, 65 degree range, even in my touring, running, my way back from work on the expressway is especially rough on this car. It's apparently it's a lot more uphill than downhill, and going 70 miles per hour with more uphill general incline. Well, obviously, it kills the gas mileage. But right now, I'm running on average right now 48.3 miles to the gallon. I'm still early in the tank, so it's going to change quite a bit. Oh boy, I hope this guy doesn't ruin everything for me in front of me. No, whatever. So gas mileage definitely is very good on this car. It just doesn't beat my Prius, but then again, the Prius... Let's see here. I forgot that. We're going up a hill now, but it's using plenty of battery power. This is where it may engage its engine. No, it really didn't need to because it wasn't trying to keep speed because this guy is slowing me down. So this video is going to be a bust. Oh, well. You know, what can you do? You know, there's nothing you can do when you got people in front of you who, you know, are slowing you down from keeping your full speed. It's a lot more typical for it to happen when you're keeping it full speed under cruise control. As I said, I'm running about 48.5 miles to the gallon now. And, you know, that's with the touring, which means the EX in this route would probably get about 52 to 53 miles to the gallon, beating out the Prius. Of course, it was a 2004 Prius. I have no way of basing it versus, say, a 2019 Prius and how it responds. But I just don't have enough hills, really, to show off the droning capability. So this whole video is going to be basically a bust. And I try to do it at night, and I'll probably edit it together and see if we can get some droning going. But this guy is slowing me down, and it's making it impossible. Although he's not going slow, he's going the speed limit. It's just generally the car tries to keep up. It's a little bit more aggressive when there aren't other cars in front of it. And of course, we're running on radar cruise control. You know me, it's always radar cruise control. And yes, before anyone asks, yes, the damn thing keeps failing off and on when it comes to stopped cars at lights and so forth. But we'll just call it a feature at this point. It ain't no feature, though. It's annoying as hell. So what I may end up I may just upload this as a basic, oh, this is just a drive to work kind of video and bore the hell out of you guys. At least you don't have to look at my fat face in this video. Get a nice view of the pretty road and this pain in the butt who's in front of me. And now I got a line of about 3 cars behind me. But unfortunate for the viewer who wanted to video this, what's happened is the battery's able to charge up pretty well with this guy in front of me, and, you know, whoop, lane departure, yeah, bite me. Yeah, I am steering. You know, I tell you, I love my car. I call her Ruby, but Ruby could be a real freaking bitch, and she's a nag too. I've never been in a car that had so much complaining to do in all my life. I don't know what it is with the Japanese, but I don't think they like us Americans very much, because this car, they make the car nag. At least Honda. The Japanese people that work at Honda, they want their car nagging at you, because this thing just nags and nags and nags. Anytime I do anything it doesn't like, it nags at me. Which is fine. I guess I deserve to be nagged. Alright, well, this video is a total bust. Just to get back on the whole idea of the miles per gallon and all that. Obviously, in good weather, the Insight is going to be more than a match for at least my 2004 Prius, which only got about 51 and a half miles to the gallon. But it was bulletproof both ways, and that was the overall. On my way back, my gas mileage drops down to about 46 and a half miles to the gallon. So, the big caveat, obviously, on the Insight is going to be the fact that it's a lot more susceptible to outside influence than the Prius, probably owing to the fact that the Prius has a wedge-like shape, you know, is more aerodynamic, and and Ruby's just good looking. She's a hot red baby. So we'll just leave it at that. Of course, my voice is going to hell. I don't know what the hell to do. All right, we're going to see if we can increase to 50. All right, so we're going to leave this as a Verdier just drives around like an idiot and talks video. And I'm going to try at night on the way back to try to videotape and see if I can get the droning noise, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. All right, so we're going to end this video as a stupid waste of time video. Basic what's going on. I am working on another video. Just haven't had much time, and again, I'm not feeling so well. And of course, today also taking my car in. We're going to be working on the rear speakers, so hopefully I'll have something on that as well. I don't think as many people are interested in those, but some people are interested in it. So we'll have that up, and just consider this kind of like a filler video to whet your appetites in the meantime. We're getting a little bit more noisiness over here, so we're going to turn on the video again and see if we can get the thing to drone. Of course, I got Royal River heat pumps in front of me. I hate the commercials. It's awful. They sing this stupid song. Although I heard heat pumps are pretty cool. I do bitch about not having an offer of one in the Insight, but then again, you know, I am a bitch. Then again, Ruby's a bitch too, so I might as well be one as well. It's hard to get the persistent droning that a lot of people have been discussing. Mostly the biggest problem is in the big hills when you don't have much power and the engine's just sitting there constantly trying to power up your battery. It can, if it's persistent and non-stop, especially if you're going up a huge climb, or at least a long-term climb, I can see people being driven nuts by the noise. If they just can't handle hybrids and understand that's how hybrids are, at least currently the way they're designed. We'll use our paddle, slow down for 40 here. Gain a little power in there. And then hit our cruise control. Go back to cruise again. See, all these people, they go slow in the 50 mile per hour zone, and as soon as you get into the 40, they can't help but speed. Generally, I go 1 or 2 miles per hour above the speed limit. You know, I'm feeling I'm getting one over on the authorities, those darn authoritarians. But at least, you know, I feel I'm relatively safe. I'm generally a pretty safe driver. I'm not out to get to places in a hurry. That's why I don't use sport mode much. Every now and then in that certain area back there, I'll pop in sport mode, turn my, what do you call it? See, here comes the brain damage again. My regen to maximum. All right, let's see what it does on this hill here. Just a teeny tiny bit of droning. Not much. It's just the way these cars are. Yeah, please stay in your line, dude. Yeah, I don't want to get head on. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give a real good idea of what it's like. Put the damn car into sport mode, slam on your gas, and hold it at full blast. You'll get an idea what the droning is. But unfortunately, Honda, in their infinite wisdom, decided to add an engine noise to it to make the car sound more manly. I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. Don't bother me one way or another. Although it'd be cool if you could change it to something different, like you know, you can make you could turn on sound into your speakers that sound like you know, a Ferrari or something, yeah. Just for fun. But I mean, I don't know what their idea is behind it, but you can get an idea by running in sport mode, slamming on the gas, and keeping it at power, and at maximum power, and you'll hear what a droning sounds like. Of course, like I said, it'll be amplified let's use my paddles here. It'll be amplified a little by the sound that Honda adds in to make the car sound better. Well, here's Nice Hill. Let's see what happens here. I have about 4 bars. See right there at the top of the hill, the droning started because it had to add a lot more power. I had to go out of the blue more into the gray, quarter of the way into the gray lines. Now I had about 4 bars of energy at that time, and the car used as much of it as it could, but then it saw the energy was dumping. The end of the hill got steep, and then it had to hit the engine to start charging the battery, possibly even helping with the climb. We'll get another climb here. Still in blue. It's not holding us deep. No. It also helps that our speed isn't set very high at this moment either. Although speed really isn't the biggest determining factor. Really has to do with how long the grade is steep. In this kind of driving here with the rolling hills, you're basically dealing with only a heavy steepness towards the top, sometimes at the end. I don't have some serious steep hills here, so I'm afraid I'm not really going to be able to give a proper video for this. I do apologize, but the droning, I'm going to tell you right now, if your entire drive involves going up mountains every day, it's going to probably annoy you over a period of time. It might. It may not be. This may not be a hybrid may not be the best choice of cars. Electric car might make more sense for you. Of course, it's going to eat a lot of electricity, and your gas mileage is going to suffer. But the truth of the matter is, hybrids do this. My Prius does it. I guarantee you my Ford Fusion Energy does it too. They have to charge the batteries, and it's a drone because basically the engine acts more in a generator capacity, sometimes engaging into the wheels. So if you really live in mountainous areas and you're going to be going up steep, long climbs, short term, it's not a big deal. But if you're going to be going up long climbs for long periods of time, you're going to be going up a grade on your way to work, the last 15 minutes, I don't know whether the Insight's really going to be the choice for you. You'll have to give it a shot, try it out and see how it goes. I don't even know how you would test it unless the dealer's willing to take you on a quick mountain drive up. They might. It depends on where you live. But that's about as far as I can go. I do apologize. I really don't have a setup for the droning. And I'm going to end this video completely. Edit it together, which means no editing at all. I'm just going to freaking play it since I talked the whole damn time. And just let you listen to my stupid banter and bitching and moaning. Again, I am working on a couple of other videos. I do apologize. As I said, you see my voice has gone to hell, and it's really killed my sleep. And when you can't sleep, you feel miserable all the time. So I'll try to get some of that stuff out. All right, you guys take care, and Verdier out.